G'day Aussie gamers, welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. The podcast that brings you news, reviews and video game related fun. Get yourself set, it's time to hand you over to your hosts Lucas and Red. Hey Aussie gamers, this is episode 121 and today is Tuesday the 19th of April 2016 and I'm your host Lucas and with me here is my fantastic friend Red. How are you?
Good after the break, mate. How are you going?
Yeah, nice and rested, and I like having these breaks because they make me eager to come back and do more episodes, so keen to do this one. Awesome. Before we start, here's this week's show in preview. First up, as usual, we haven't changed the good parts of the show. Video game discussion, but then we've got something a little bit new, and it's a segment called Tight Ass Gaming. We'll go through that when we get to it. Then we'll be doing video game news, and in this week's news we've got Titanfall 2 announced, Codemasters to Evolve, Gears of War 4 teaser, Blizzard and DDOS, Red Dead Redemption 2 Rumour, and Ubisoft Punishment. After the news, we will be doing What's That Sound with a tad of a twist, and then Red will give us a shout and we will bring the show home for this week. So, first up with video game discussion, Red, give us what you've been playing.
You'd think with 2 weeks to myself I'd have something different.
You just played The Division, didn't you?
No. We had an Xbox night, or three.
Yes.
So I have to come clean and cleanse my soul of this filth. I've played Xbox One half a dozen times, and I have to take it all back. Other than being really, it makes me feel clunky. Whether like your main menu, your dashboard on the Xbox.
Oh no, I've had an Xbox One for a long time, and it's still clunky to me, mate.
It is. That's very clunky, huh? And to navigate around and 3 buttons to do the one thing, and
yeah.
I like some aspects of it, like with the party settings and everything like that. They were really accessible as opposed to the PlayStation. I don't know whether it's our bandwidth or something, but every now and again when I hit the PS button and go to chat, there's an extended wait time for loading and shit like that. But the Xbox was super duper quick. But on there, what we played, Night Squad, is it called?
Yeah, Night Squad.
You guys done the review on that one. You done the video on that one. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a good game. Good party game. That was free when it first came out. It was like a Games with Gold game. Yeah,
so it's basically a Bomberman inspired party game.
Yeah, but it's got a touch of the original Gauntlet in there too.
Yeah, it does actually. What else did we play? Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall.
Wow.
You got your hands on a first-party Xbox One game.
Oh, I did. I've actually got my hands on another one, but haven't played it yet. Being Rise, Son of Rome, I borrowed that off my cousin, so...
Now, you were pleasantly surprised about Titanfall, weren't you?
Well, I was never a hater on the game itself. I was always a big supporter of the concept,
yeah,
and the way you spoke about it, because I've been in parties when it comes to Call of Duty and shit like that, where you just lose your shit because, well, you don't lose your shit, you just get a little bit disheartened and pissed off that you're not competitive.
So I lose my shit.
Yeah, you lose your shit.
Thanks for sticking up for me, though.
But then you when you were talking about Titanfall originally, these grunts and these spectres, and I'm thinking to myself, what a fucking cop out.
What do you mean?
We rely on knocking off AI to fill the stat column.
Oh, right, yep.
But it's more than a stat filler. It aids in, it's actually quite strategic. You get your Titanfall quicker, you can advance on position, and you can bring out stronger AI for your offense. So the way that's integrated into the game, you actually have to play it in order to fully appreciate it.
Yeah.
So it's very solid. The noobs versus really good guys really weighs itself out when you jump in a Titan and they're running around as a little pilot. There's bugger all they can really do to bring you down.
Yeah, it's very friendly to both veterans and those new to the game as well. I think you can pick it up and run and generally do okay rather than just getting slaughtered.
I went okay. I felt really comfortable with it, actually.
Oh, you just like you'd been playing it for months.
Fuck you, Red. we had that private match because we couldn't find a game. But I do enjoy playing it. I do. I very much enjoy playing Titanfall. Because I've got Weeksy's Xbox One, and I've got the Gears collection, the Halo collection. I've got Rise, Son of Rome. So all these really top titles, and I played Titanfall.
Don't give it back to him.
Yeah, fuck him.
The thing's getting a workout. It's never been used so much.
Nah, but you're on there. I do appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Red. You played like Xbox with me the longest out of nearly anyone. And I'm like, yeah, man.
In one sitting.
Yeah, we just had a game of Titanfall. You've been on here longest with me than anyone. Fuck them all. Right, moving on back to the PS4. I played Zombie.
Oh yeah,
the Plus title. Another one where you've talked about it, and I now have a contradicting point of view after playing it. You loved it. Look, I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong, but I think after the likes of Dying Light and Dead Island and stuff like that, it's probably just a little bit too slow for me, I think.
Oh wow!
I don't know. Yeah, I know, right? Look, and don't get me wrong, I haven't just played the first section and put it down. I've gone back. So I've played 3 times. I've gone back twice after my initial play. My initial play was for probably about 4.5 hours, 5 hours. So that's how far I progressed. I never went backwards. I didn't really die. It was quite easy. You said it gets scarier and harder, so I went back to it. But it just felt very clunky and slow to me, and that's no indication on the game. That's just my personal opinion. It looks good enough, though I thought it would look better for 22 gig for a 22 gig download. But you have said it is a massive game, so that can explain probably why. And also, it's coming from a Wii U. But I haven't given up on it because I do like to see through the games that you recommend personally. So
yeah, push through, man. I'd like to see what you say if you finish it. But yeah, look, I've got fond memories of it. I didn't really play it too much on the PS4, but I played through it entirety on the Wii U, and the Wii U had like they're kind of achievements, but they're not really. But whatever they're called, there's a handful of them, and I got all of them except for one. And I think there was one left that was like finish the game on survivor mode. I never did that, which is basically one life. If you die, it's game over. I never did that. There's also did the multiplayer come across to the PS4 version?
No, mate.
Okay, because there was a multiplayer, it was kind of. There's probably a good reason why it didn't come across. I remember on the Wii U, it was kind of like you had one player who used like a Wiimote and was in the game like a first person game, like the game is, and then the second player played like a tower defense game on the gamepad.
Oh, okay.
So what you did, like on your gamepad, you just had like the map of the level, and you could see where the player was, and you had to touch the screen to spawn where you wanted to spawn zombies, and then as you like progress through, you'd unlock stronger zombies and things like that to unleash on the player who's actually in the area trying to do things. It was a unique multiplayer experience. The only thing is, I think it was only local, but it was pretty cool. But yeah, that's probably why it didn't come across to the PS4, because you to play like that, you need a screen. So,
but that sounds cool.
It does. It'd be good if they could had it, but just required like a tablet to be linked up or something with an app.
Yeah, add it to the list for September.
Yeah, that'd have been cool. It was cool, but Yeah, well, I just realised what you were referring to then. Yeah, when you come down, I'll show it to you on the Wii U. We'll play it on that.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Awesome.
Yeah, so look, that's not a knock. That's just personal opinion, and I guess that's probably why you have me here most of the time, just because I'm honest.
No, not really. Yeah. It's just because it's boring.
A bit boring on your own. LewkOne Gaming.
Hey, before it was Aussie Gamers, it was actually called Gaming by LewkOne.
Yeah,
there's a bit of trivia for you. Last but absolutely not least, the Division, and I've been stuck right in since patch 1.1 with the addition of the incursions and your daily supply drops, your supply drops in the Dark Zone, your daily missions, your weekly missions, rada. So I've currently invested 13 days, 12 hours and 10 minutes. So you can probably take out 8 to 10, say the 12 hours and 10 minutes. Take that away that I've been sitting in orbit.
In orbit. You did say that yesterday, yeah. But just a couple of things I want to touch on. Like, obviously everyone knows about the Division, what's going on, but this is my game talk, so fuck you.
Right.
We got a group together the other night and we tried the incursion, and everything on the Division at the moment, whether it be challenging daily, Dark Zone, anything you do as a group is starting to feel easy or easier. It is now starting to feel like just a responsibility. I don't want to say chore because that puts a bit of a negative spin on it. Like, we used to jump on Destiny and do the dailies and the bounties and everything like that. So at the moment, your challenging missions, your daily missions, and your daily achievements are all becoming stuff you just do every day in order to get the currency and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's all feeling very easy. Even challenge mode, I run through it now with two of us. Ross and I will just run through it, and I'm sure you and I could just run through it and just get it done. But we got a group together and we tried the incursions, and I really thought I'd be able to fucking carry the weaker ones through. But we failed. We failed really hard.
Yeah, are you talking about that first time we tried?
Yeah.
Yeah. You really need everybody on song doing their role.
And that upset me.
You take that way too personally.
I thought I was good enough. And then I got a big slap in the face with a wet, cold fish that says you need to be better.
Yeah, but you didn't need to be better. Like, I mean, we all needed to be better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See, there was actually... I'm going to fast forward ahead here just so I don't forget. I wanted to make this point. We streamed the incursion last night, and there was a point in... I think somebody in the stream, Ross Mark, our listener, was doing the streaming for us. I think one of his viewers said something, I can only assume by what I heard Ross say, is they must have asked who's the best player on the team or whatever. Because Ross said something like, no, I'm not the best, I would say Red's the best. Now... No, not that,
in my title.
Not that I would say that you're not, one of the most able players that we had. I just think that was incorrect. I just think probably the team we had was where the strength comes from. Because let's just say, for argument's sake, if it wasn't because it was you, Red, it was Ross, Mark, myself, and Gizmo.
Yep.
If you'd have taken any one of us out of that equation and put in a nufty that had no idea what they were doing, I think that would have been a fail.
Well, it was.
Well, if not a complete fail, as in not finishing the incursion, it would have been a bigger struggle. See, we didn't wipe at all. But yeah,
we hit two all fuck moments, but no wipes. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's sort of. But the point being is, I don't think you can take all of that blame on yourself, saying that you should have been better or you need to be better. I think because it's very team based. I think the team needed to be better. The team needed to listen to a leader, and the team needed to do their roles when told to and when they thought they needed to, rather than running off and doing their own thing, because that'll get you killed and that'll make the team struggle, because there's also a strategy to dying. If you're going to die, you need to die in certain places. You can't be dying out fucking in no man's land where no one can revive you. And I just think that everyone in our team, the aforementioned people, I think just played the game right.
Yeah.
Sorry to hijack you. Go ahead.
No. Well, you were part of it, mate. This is what it's about. Yeah, and I appreciate you sticking up for me there. I just guess I explained it to you on the night. I got right into Destiny. I played a lot of Destiny. I finished the King's Fall raid once. I've never completed the VOG, any of that. So it was like you're investing all this time into something, like literally hours, days of gameplay, like I just said with the Division then, and you just can't do the hardest part. So I was a little bit heartbroken, and you're like, you're all right, man, and you never quit on me either. You're like, oh, I'm happy to do this until everyone else is ready to hang the boots up. So I made the call.
Yeah, look, I conceded early. I realised it wasn't going to happen. We didn't have the right strategy, and I don't think we had the right mindset. But yeah, I was just like, well, I'm happy just fucking around. If we want to keep going, we'll keep going. But
yeah, you supported me through it all. That's what good friends do. So it was back to the drawing board, back out to the DZ, get some more gear. So I managed to kit myself out with full striker gear. Oh, I got 4, so I got the full striker talent and a couple of other greens, new gun, and we went back in and we fucking made a mess of it. So tick that off the bucket list.
Nice. So what's your gear score?
Currently it is 198.
198. And how long have you been playing it for?
13 days.
Well, that's a pretty... that makes me feel good about where I am at, because I'm 181 gear score, played for 4 days, 22 hours.
Casual. Oh, that's cool.
Casual? I'm only like... I'm not far behind you.
Nah, you're doing well. You will slowly go up now. Though,
yeah, I don't really care.
Though now we've monstered the incursion, you don't have to hang around the dark zone for 6 hours and pray for one thing to drop.
Yeah.
You can just do the incursion a couple of times. Like, we got maintenance tonight, being Tuesday, for 3 hours.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so
Xbox time.
I probably won't... Yeah, Xbox time, definitely, or Dark Souls, but if you're not working, it'll be Xbox time.
Nah, play Dark Souls, whatever. I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably play Dead Space or something.
Yeah, so the maintenance will be down tonight, so hopefully they fix a few things. We've got a couple of points to make in the news, so I won't go too much into it at the moment. But, yeah, so the daily switch over today. You do the incursion once. After that, you'll get guaranteed 2 greens, and then 1 green for every time you do the incursion. So there's a bit of incentive there to keep going back and doing it every week or a couple of times a week. So just to wrap it up, I've had a lot of fun with it. I'm feeling like a boss.
Yeah, she's a good game. Going well. And that's only free stuff that's come out so far, so there's more stuff for the season pass holders coming very soon.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised when the incursion was a horde mode, but it actually kind of makes sense, because when we're all thinking raid, I'm thinking, fucking jump puzzles and labyrinths with fucking gorgons and shit like this. But
yeah, I guess they didn't want to just copy Destiny.
It worked. Yeah. For all intended purposes, it has worked. There's a new one on the map requiring a gear score of 204, so that gives you the impression that that's going to be quite hard. So, yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
Nah, man, that is it.
Alright, we'll go through what I've been playing and what's been going on in my gaming life. First of all, the NBN got installed last week, and it's broken, it doesn't work, so I'm still waiting for that to happen. Thank you very much, NBN people. But the wiring is so delicate, and I've seen these guys installing it. It's because what the NBN is, for those that aren't aware, it's fibre optic cable, and fibre optics is made of glass. So basically it's a long stretch out piece of glass that becomes kind of flexible, but is still extremely fragile. And beams of light get shot down that fibre optic cable, which is what your data is. I don't know how the fuck that works. That's bizarre to me, how light can be data. Do you understand it?
Nah, but welcome to Aussie Science Express.
Yeah. So it's a glass cable, so it's very easy to kink it and break it. And once there's a slight break in that cable, it just, boom, it does not work. It is broken. So essentially the wiring in my house is done, but there's a break or something wrong between my house and the little box across the street. So they have to come out this week and do some troubleshooting, hopefully fix it. So I don't have the NBN yet. We're supposed to have the NBN by the time we came back for this, but for the podcast, but it's probably not going to happen. Well, depending. Maybe it might happen before it goes live, but whatever. So when that does come, when that does get sorted out, there's going to be a lot of high definition streaming coming from PlayStation, Xbox, PC, you name it, everything, and a lot more high def, as in 1080, 60 frames, YouTube videos coming as well. So the podcast is also going to be in a slightly higher quality. So you're going to hear our beautiful, disturbing voices and a bit more clarity. Yeah, I'm happy about that. So I've got listed here The Division. Been playing a lot of that with you, Red. We've covered that, so I moved past Clash Royale. I did break it into the 1,000 trophy mark on my phone on Clash Royale.
Recently, it must have been.
Beg your pardon?
Was that recently, or have you gone back down?
I've gone back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed to get to like 1,020 and then lost like 3 or 4 games in a row. So I'm back in the like 940 at the moment. It's really hard to make those, but... Oh, something just fell off the table. Lovely. How did that happen? Oh, Windows open. I don't know. Maybe I farted. Yeah, what I find is that I struggled to get to the 900 trophy mark and would keep dropping down to 800. So now I'm consistently in the 900 mark, but yeah, the same struggle getting past 1,000. So I'm still constantly playing that game. It's almost killed Clash of Clans for me, because now I've moved over to Clash Royale.
Yeah, it basically has killed Clash of Clans for me.
Yeah. Well,
by basically I mean I haven't logged in this week, last week.
Yeah, I still do log in, but just nowhere near as frequent because of Clash Royale. But yeah, great game. Keep spruiking it up. It's a free-to-play game. You don't have to pay anything if you don't want to. Mind you, Clash of Clans, I'm up to about 1,300 gems.
Fucking hell, have you got your 5 builders?
No, I haven't spent it on that. That's 1,000 for that. So I'll probably buy another builder when I get to 2,000 gems. But they're just... because I'm not spending anything, and I'm just... that's all I'm doing is harvesting all the trees and stuff and getting gems.
Yeah.
So, there you go. The Doom beta. I played the Doom beta last week. And, look, it's an arena shooter. It is good for what it does. It's not really my style. I don't play a lot of competitive style games. But for what it is, though, it looks beautiful. And it's the biggest thing, I think, is the 60 frames. You can really tell it's a clear 60 frames per second. So it's smooth. And plays really well, but it's hard to get a gauge on like how the damage works, because like I'll be shooting a rocket launcher and doing like hitting the guy a couple of times and he doesn't die, but yet I seem to just get one hit. But I'm no competitive multiplayer game player, so it's probably just me not being very good, but.
That and shields. You pick up the shields and shit in those games.
Yeah, I would find them and all that sort of stuff, but still didn't really seem to help me. I was pretty shit at it, but I think Doom fans will like it though, because it did feel old school. It did feel like that old Doom / Quake. Unreal Tournament-y. So I think that's probably what they're going for, and I think they've done a good job. I think I'll play it mostly for the campaign.
And me too.
Yeah. And I think it'll be solid.
I'm getting to that age now where I used to be able to throw my hat in the ring when it come to Call of Duties and Battlefields and whatnot. But I'm now looking forward to first-person shooter games for their campaign / co-op play, as opposed to the all-out competitive multiplayer. Because as the last 2 or 3 installments to Call of Duty and Battlefield have showed us, there's no emphasis on matchmaking, skill-based matchmaking anymore.
Yeah.
So you just go in and you get wrecked 9 out of 10 games. Then you have this one game where you go 30 and 12 or something like this in a Battlefield game. You go, oh, okay, so I'm improving, I'm getting better. You get that slightly bit XP and you get the bonuses so you can unlock a new attachment or something. And then you go on a run of 10 games where you're just getting fucking melted.
Yeah. That's the unattractive part to me.
Yeah, but, and me too.
Like they're going down the path of the recent Call of Duties too. Like your character kind of looks like someone from Halo with the
Halo
armor.
343.
But I think the dumbest part of it is the emotes. You can do emotes, and they're like the dancing and all that sort of crap.
Oh, Destiny, fucking...
Yeah, it's a bit silly in a game like that, but...
Oh, I should say Activision, because, that's very Call of Duty as well now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But anyway, that happens. It was good, but not for me, the multiplayer. I played a fair bit. I've gotten about halfway through Dead Space, the original Dead Space, because that's a Games with Gold game at the moment on the Xbox One, because it's backwards compatible. It's also for the... Xbox 360. I've played Dead Space 2 and 3 and loved them, but I never played the first one. So I've gotten about halfway through it. I quit playing it the other day because I got up to a really shit part in the game. Like you jump on this like turret, right? And you're basically protecting some sort of space station or ship from incoming debris, like a meteor shower, and the controls are so horrendous that I just died constantly because the ship can only take so much damage before it's game over, and you got to do it again. And just the aiming, trying to shoot these things, is just way hard to do. It was so dumb. So I'll eventually go back to it and just have to keep doing it until I get it, but. It just wasn't fun. It just felt like it shouldn't have been in the game. But anyway, playing through that. It is good though for a really old game. Don't quote me. I can't remember when it was released. But it's held up its age. Like it's aged well.
Fucking Xbox games seem to do that.
Yeah, like Gears of War and that. Like it's very playable still. And it's not remastered or anything. It's just the backwards compatible version I'm playing. So it's all exactly the same.
Yeah, 2008.
208. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's got a bit of age to it, but going good in it. I like the game, except for this bit that I'm up to. That one can fucking eat a dick. I gave Battleborn a bit of a go as well. There was another beta that came out while we were off, and that felt shit.
Yeah, I dodged that too.
Yeah, it was just. I normally take the class that has ranged weapons, and I took the one with the bow and arrow, and I just the impact, like when you're firing off your arrow, it just didn't feel like I was doing anything. You know, like when you're shooting a gun in a good shooter, you get that feeling of bam, like you've hit, like you've landed a shot. I don't know how they do that, but it gives you that feel. This one just was hollow. Now it is a beta, so it's probably not finished, but it just felt like it wasn't going anywhere. Like every shot was missing. I didn't really get a feel for the type of game it is. I can't even tell you what type. Well, it's a first-person shooter, but it kind of felt like a MOBA.
Yeah, and it looks like one too.
Yeah,
that's why it looks like a fucking first-person Smite, just a little prettier.
Yeah. That's what it felt like when I was playing it. I couldn't really spend too much time on it for when I did get on it because I had other engagements. But from what I did play, it didn't feel right. So I don't know. I'll give that another
That's
go.
That's Gearbox, yeah?
It is, yeah. Same. So that's why I was keen, because of
yeah. You defended it a couple of weeks ago when I went nah, and you went, oh, but it's and I went nah.
yeah, it might not be for us. But anyway,
it seems like a lot of these developers at the moment are trying to crack into the whether it be esports or just basically an umbrella term of competitive multiplayer, because you've got the Battleborn coming soon, and Overwatch, as well.
Yeah,
it's starting to flood the market too much, and what's that going to attract? It's going to attract children, and children are going to beat us and then have sex with our mum, and we're not going to play the game again. So I've kind of just taken myself out of that sort of situation, play the Division, because if I want something I can grind for it. I don't have to rely on beating 10 other people. Yeah, that's why I've stayed away from it. Just like, no, it's too much happening. For a first-person shooter, it's not a conventional one either, because it's not all guns and stuff like that. You have melees, you got your bow and arrow, as you said.
Yeah.
The only thing that might save it is that it has a co-op campaign.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it's probably going to be one of those. This is pure speculation. I've got no idea. I think it'll be one of those sort of like Titanfall, like not really a campaign, but a campaign.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but that's I don't know, making it up.
Is it on your pre-order list?
Pre-order list.
Yeah, well, is it on your must-get game list?
Fuck no.
Nah, me either.
Yep.
36.
Thank you. Alright, finishing up for video game discussion for me, I've been playing a lot of my PlayStation 4 lately on my PC. And if you don't know how I'm doing that, it's very simple. With the most recent PlayStation 4 update, 3.5 was it?
305.5, but yes.
Yeah.
3.5.
It's giving you the ability to stream like remote play to your PC using a program which you go to the website, the PlayStation website, and download the client for your computer, and it works really good. And I've been playing. That's how I've been playing in my computer room. Stupid workaround for the party, because there's no party feature. So basically, if you don't have a PlayStation Vita, you can't be in a chat party while using remote play unless you're within range of your actual PlayStation, because the microphone can't be connected through your computer. It has to be connected through your PlayStation. Or the way I'm doing it is I'm just joining the party on my PlayStation Vita and chatting with you blokes through that. So that's the workaround for it. But other than that, it actually works really well. It scales everything down to 720 and 30 frames. That's the max. And you can't use the DVR or the record function disables.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know why. I think it's probably memory or something like that devoted to other areas. You can't use it. But if you're on your PC anyway, you can just use any sort of screen capture software, which is how I've been recording a lot of my footage in the last week or so. And the incursion that we played, I've recorded that in its entirety as well. And that'll be up as soon as I get the NBN, because it's a massive file, because it went for 45 minutes.
What was I going to say? Yeah, does your computer basically just turn into a monitor, or is there some heavy sort of reliance on the computer's hardware?
No, it's not heavy reliant on the software at all. It essentially what it's doing is it's streaming through your network. So your network needs to be decent, which most people's would be. It's just a standard modem will probably do the trick. It does use a little bit of CPU. Actually, I've got it running at the moment. So stand by. I'll bring up my task manager.
Yeah, cheers, man. There's something I've been meaning to ask.
PS4 Remote Play is currently using just under 10% of my CPU. It's using 85 megabytes of RAM.
Fuck all.
Fuck all, man. And it's using 7.5 megabits per second, which is about 7% of my network capability. So my network has
you got 300,
300 megabit connection. It's using 7. Let's call it 8. Call it 8 megabits per second. So if you could manage that speed,
2.7%.
Is that 2.7%? Oh, that must be the total being used. Used, I should say. I just can't see anything else being used, so I was just going off.
That's great.
Yeah, and that's me running it at the highest quality, because you can turn the quality of the stream down. But
is that? 720 and then Xbox One?
Yeah. Yeah, very good. Yeah, so you can turn it down, but I've got everything on max. I've got max frames per second and max resolution, and it uses bugger all of your network. So pretty much anyone should be able to do it. The system specs are up on the PlayStation website anyway, so on the Sony website there, so you can check it if you want to give it a go. But just try it to see if it works. Works good for me. So all you got to do is you got to plug in your any DualShock controller into a USB port on your computer, and that's all the setup you need to do. And you just log into your PlayStation account on the program that you've downloaded, and she connects straight away if you're on the same network. And
that's fantastic initiative.
When you connect to the PS4 remote play on your computer, as long as you're in rest mode, it just takes it out of rest mode for you. So you can turn it on from your computer as well. So it's easy to do. And I've just got it sitting at the home screen for the Division at the moment while we're talking. Like I can here, if I do this, where's my controller? Can you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah, this is all just running through the computer, and there's bugger all lag as well. Yeah. If anyone was wondering though, you can't use any of the streaming services, so you can't use Netflix or anything like that. It won't allow you to do that, and it won't allow you
because you can record it and then torrent it.
Yeah, and it also won't allow you to change users as well. You can only use remote play on the account that you're logged in on your computer. So if you want to use a different account, you have to close down remote play and log into the other account, which will marry up with the one on your PlayStation. So there's a few limitations, but if it's just you using it and you're not terribly fussed about a chat party, or you can use Skype or something like that, there's no issues. It works really brilliant. And
tell you, this is fucking brilliant. I'll tell you, before we knocked off for a couple of week break, we were talking about the Sony 4.5 and Xbox 1.2 and the next generation of consoles, basically.
Yeah.
There is still so much like what you've just been telling us about there with your remote play and everything like that. There's just so much more left for this generation to do before anything is bloody considered otherwise. I'm not going off in that direction. I'm just saying it just blows my mind that now they're starting to use these consoles for what their intended purpose.
Yeah. I still think the 4.5 and all that, it's garbage. I think we would have heard something by now.
Yeah.
But that finishes up my video game discussion. So I think it's time for the new segment. We're going to Tight Ass Gaming. All right, what are you laughing about?
The tight ass.
Well, we'll call it the tag segment, Tight Ass Gaming. So what this segment is every week we're going to pick a game that's relatively cheap and or free. Actually, I don't know how something's cheap and free. So cheap or free. And we're going to tell you about it. So anybody listening, if you're a tight ass gamer like I am at the best of times, you could go and play something that's cool that we've played and recommend that won't cost you anything or won't cost very much to get into. So that's the whole idea of the segment. And what I do, I implore anybody listening as well, if you've got any suggestions, send them in to us. So whether you want to message the Facebook page or email us at info@aussiegamersexpress.com. If you've got a game in mind that's either free or really cheap, cost effective, and is also very fun to play, let us know. We'll give you a shout out for it, and we'll also use it on the show. This week, alright, the first one ever is a game on the PC. So a lot of these free games are going to be on PC. We'll also talk about console games that are free and cheap as well. But first one is Brawlhalla for the PC. Now this one was released on November 2015. and the reviews on Steam have been very positive. And I can see why, because I tried it. It's a free game. It's a tiny download too. I think it was in the vicinity of 200 or 300 megabytes only.
216, yeah.
Oh, there you go. So, Brawlhalla is like a 2D online multiplayer platform fighter game, and it's 100% free to play. It's still in early access, I believe, but it won't cost you anything. Yeah, it won't cost you anything to get into it. So, it's basically a battle arena where you brawl with either your mates or people online to see who the winner is. Every match is massively epic and a test of skill, speed, strength, and every time you win, you have massive bragging rights to smash your mate and tell them that they suck. So basically, in a nutshell, it's a Smash Bros ripoff for the PC that doesn't cost you a cent. It's fast, responsive, and it should run on a lot of computers because it's not very tolling. It's a definite must-play for the tight-ass gamer. It's not something I would call cheap, but it's a free game that plays really well. Now, there are microtransactions. You can buy extra characters, but the character list that you've got there is pretty damn good. Now, a little while ago, I did play this with Nico, Rumour. I can't remember if there was another person. My apologies to whoever I'm forgetting, but it is awesome fun. The abilities and the actual gameplay, it runs at a smooth 1080 60 frames, and it's addictive fun. It is a real great game to play. Red, I recommend that you give it a go.
Yeah, I looked into it last night because, go figure, you and I talk about the show before we actually come on here and spontaneously spit out quality. So, and one thing I need to add to the spiel, it is controller compatible.
Yes, I would very much recommend using a controller. Fuck doing that on a keyboard.
So, I'm getting that on the download.
Yeah, get it.
216 megabytes, man, and even
tiny.
my computer will run it. So
yeah, it'll run on most rigs, like I said, and it is a real fun game to play. And the good thing about these small download games and multiplayer and free is very easy to convince your mates to join you. You know, you don't have to get them to fork out any money on a promise that it's a good game. They don't have to spend a lot of their download limit. And that you can play it together. So it's a very easy one to talk your mates into joining you on, which is why it's become the very first game to recommend on Tight Ass Gaming.
What have you got to lose?
Well, that's exactly right. You play it. If you don't like it, just delete it. It's easy. Or you don't even have to delete it, because 200 megabytes on your computer, you won't even notice it. Just leave it there. Just out of pure laziness. Don't touch it. But yeah, I reckon that high percentage, 80 to 90% of people that'll decide to give it a go based on my recommendation will like it, if not love it. And if you want it, I'll play it with you. Let me know. Just say, hey, come and play this game now. Well, let's jump on. We'll jump on and have a go. Pretty cool game. That's it. That's all I've got to say about that one. Next week we'll have a different game. I've got a game in mind already, but I'm going to keep it a secret, and I'll tell you all about another game that is very, very cheap or free to play and very good fun. You good with that, Red? You don't have any questions about Brawlhalla? Maybe I should spell it just so people can find it, hey?
Yeah, that's probably...
So Brawl, as in the word brawl, B-R-A-W-L, and then Hala, H-A-L-A, and that's available on Steam. Alright, sorry, you were going to say no? You're all good?
No, yeah, I'll answer all the questions when we have a go.
Yeah, awesome. Alright, well, that's it for Tight Ass Gaming. Let's move on to video game news. Okie dokie, first up in this week's news, as promised, Titanfall 2 has been announced. Respawn Entertainment and EA have released a short teaser video for Titanfall 2. It doesn't really show much, but it sure does confirm that it's coming. The teaser video announces that the worldwide reveal will be held on the 13th of June 2016. It's not too far away. Also to note is that although the video itself doesn't say anything about multi-platform, the title of the video on the official YouTube channel for EA Games Australia says PS4, Xbox One and PC, which pretty much settles that. So it's going to be available across platform. Whether or not they're going to be like cross-compatible, like playing against each other, because there's been talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You're throwing some big fucking names into that ring, being Microsoft, Sony, and EA.
Yeah, look, they seem to all be on board with this. This could be one of the big first games that support it. I'm just speculating here. That's
heard it here first.
But that would be epic. That would be absolutely amazing. Look, I'm excited that it's coming. I'm more excited that it's coming to all platforms, and it would just be the icing on the cake if those platforms were compatible to play against each other. That would be cool.
Even just the consoles.
Do you remember the Wii U used to like have games come out on them?
Oh, that was a thing?
It used to be a thing. Yeah, they're not even considered anymore when they're talking about multi-platform, because it's just can't handle anything. It's a shame. They still haven't released a Zelda game
on the Wii U.
Yeah, on the Wii U.
Oh, really?
Oh, they've done
Zelda Smash Brothers.
Sorry, they've released Zelda games. I shouldn't say that. They haven't released a new one. They've done your remasters and stuff.
So we're still waiting on Zelda 44.
Yeah, whatever it is. Look,
wow, cross-platform Titanfall could work.
You know what? I don't know why I'm second guessing myself if that's correct. If they haven't released, hang on, let me just double check that. Oh, for fuck's sake! Here it says here, LewkOne, you may be right, you may be wrong, but who cares? I don't know. If I'm wrong,
well, maybe a listener will be able to tell us. Oh yeah, I've played that, or I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, I am. I guess guilty of not really paying too much attention to the news where the Wii U's concerned. But it says here, open world role playing game no longer locked in for 2015. Oh, see, the news I'm finding is last year. Whatever. That wasn't the news item anyway, so let's move on. Next news, Red, give us your one.
Oh, well, the headline read Codemasters to evolve. So we all know Codemasters, the British game developer.
They made responsible those... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
V8 Supercar, all the racing games. A lot of the Australian-based games, like the V8 Supercars and everything, I believe, were Codemasters and everything.
Let's not forget Micro Machines.
Micro Machines, most recently F1... Well, the F1 series. Colin McRae Dirt.
Yep.
So they've got a heavy racing car game background. So they just picked up Evolution Studios, so the developer of Drive Club and Motorstorm.
There you go.
Sony dropped them last week.
Yeah.
Just like they dropped them quicker than a good release of Drive Club Online.
Oh, yeah. There you go. But,
so basically, yeah.
It's good that the jobs are getting taken up anyway.
That's exactly right. And that's at its core is the notion behind bringing this to the podcast, because even the boss, the president of Evolution Studios, is walking straight into a VP job at Codemasters, so they're getting treated with a high level of respect. Whether the Drive Club was a good game online/offline, that's regardless, it was a very pretty looking game.
Yeah, for sure.
Colin McRae, the latest one, Snoogans has played it, and it's getting a lot of good reviews. So maybe Codemasters are really stamping down, they're filling the void between Forza and Gran Turismo, and like Project Cars. Even your Project Cars, I don't think is on I'm going to get slapped here, but like a Forza Gran Turismo level. They're trying, and everything like that, but there's no pedigree there. But there's pedigree behind Codemasters, because you got your V8s, your Tockers, your Dirts, your F1s. So I think this is a big leap for Codemasters, but I really think that they're taking their opportunity now to stamp their claim at the head of the table when it comes to racing simulators and driving games in the coming future. And for a development and publisher, they were looking pretty bad there for a while. They've released 2 games in 3 years, but the success of the F1 and the Colin McRae Dirt has given them a little influx of cash, and now they've expanded, and I'm much more pleased to report news of developers expanding as opposed to closing. So good luck.
Awesome. All right, next bit of news that I've got: Gears of War 4 teaser trailer. So we've been given our first piece of the Gears of War story with the release of a short teaser video which shows Marcus Phoenix with his partner Anya Stroud. They're planting a tree with their son JD Phoenix. Now, I'm only guessing this. I don't know, but I reckon the D in JD must stand for Dominic.
No, you'd think so. And the J, J's Jack one?
Jaquan, Joaquin. Jacucu. Polinix.
But yeah, I would have. I've played fuck all Gears of War, but I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, it sounds cool. So yeah, I reckon that's what his middle name would be, like an homage to his best mate Dominic Santiago from the original trilogy. So you've got Marcus, you've got Anya, you've got JD, and the video cuts between JD as like the young boy when they're planting the tree, and then goes 25 years in the future where he's a man, and he must embrace the legacy of his father and battle a new fearsome enemy. Now, I've looked into it a little bit, and from like the suggestions that I've found during that, JD joins a restored COG militia, so he's essentially following in his father's footsteps, and I guess, all hell will break loose. New characters. I think a lot with the Gears franchise, I think a lot of the new characters in Gears 4 will have a lot of links to old characters. They won't just be randos. So yeah. I hope that happens. And I also hope that Carmine, one of the Carmine's descendants rock up. If there's another one, possibly in the bloodline that continued on and didn't die during the original war. But yeah, so I'm really excited for that. And just got to mention as well, God, that version of Sound of Silence, oh, so good.
How good is that song? Everyone seems to be listening to that song lately. Like my mother and...
Oh, it's great, because it sounds slightly different, but I think that's just in the editing. But I'm pretty sure it's the Disturbed version that's used, yeah?
Yeah, that's why the Disturbed version's going around now.
Yeah, because they've used it in that little short, but it's a brilliant version. I've listened to the full version of it. Man, that guy can sing with emotion. That is so good. Yeah! And how he gradually builds up to the end of the song where he's almost doing his scream shouting. It's so good. Brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant
I got tagged in it the other night by my mum, actually. I share a lot of nifty little music pieces on Facebook with mum. It's a good medium for that. But she goes, oh, check this out. I'm loving this. I've just found Disturbed, and check out this new cover. I'm like, new? And she goes, yeah, rah, rah. So I've been listening to that for ages. Yeah, but Disturbed are pretty cool. You really expected the song to go, but it just never did, which that anticipation built, and it wasn't a letdown by the end of the song. It was just, as you said, the climax ended up becoming the whole song. So,
brilliant. Yeah. Who would have thought? Well, I would never have thought that a Simon and Garfunkel song would have sounded so cool done by a metal band.
That's right.
Real cool. So yeah, look, if you're wondering about that video, we've got a version of it with a little bit of pop-ups with information on our YouTube page, Aussie Gamers Express, or just check on YouTube. You'll see the original on there somewhere, so that's cool. That's it for that one, Red. Give us your bit of news.
The nasty fucking bottom of the barrel, slippery motherfuckers, formerly and informally known as Lizard Squad,
Oh, yeah?
launched attack against Blizzard on the 15th of April, so 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And brought them down.
Wow.
Brought the Blizzard servers down. So as we know, you've got WoW being the big one, StarCraft probably the next in succession. Then you got Diablo 3 and Hearthstone and the that MOBA. What was it? What was it? Battle of Heroes of the Storm?
Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, Heroes of the Dawn, American Pie edition. So everything is heavily based on multiplayer online play. You can't really, you can't even play Diablo 3 without online play. It won't save.
Yeah.
So yeah, brought them down for 3 hours. So it mightn't sound like a lot, but in terms of Blizzard, they make money on a hourly basis, on a minute basis by time, with subscriptions and shit like that. So
actually,
3 hours down for them is sucky.
Actually, you can play Diablo 3 offline.
You can.
Yeah.
You couldn't when it first come out. I do remember something distinctively.
On PC?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about when you log into, like, your Battle.net. Yep.
Gotcha.
So they brought them down for 3 hours, and they reckon there's two reasons people are speculating as to why it happened. One would be the World of Warcraft's biggest pirate server has now been shut down.
Yeah.
So you can put pirates and so-called hackers. They're not hackers. They're just package distributors.
Yeah.
Or the less than likely.
They glorified delivery boys.
That's what they are. Yeah, Douggies, mate. Fucking Stoogies.
Oh, you just said Douggies. I now want pizza for lunch.
I'm fat. I'll take anything. But the less likely thing that they reckon could have provoked the attack is a scandal surrounding characters' arse in Overwatch.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Whatever.
Heard about that, yeah. So, yeah. Bullshit. They're back again. They just rear their head. But I really think Blizzard is a big one to take down.
It is. Yeah. Well, look, where's Anonymous? Go and smash him again.
Yeah, but as I said, it lasted for 3 hours, and Blizzard were on it and monitoring.
That's good. That's quick.
That's yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Nice one. All right, that's it for that one.
Yeah, mate.
All right, my last piece of news, number 3 here: Red Dead Redemption 2 Rumours. So, the map for the rumoured Red Dead Redemption sequel has been leaked online, so-called leaked. Although Take-Two and Rockstar have not confirmed any of the rumours, it does appear to have a nice bit of truth to it. The map looks to be an extension of the original Red Dead game, and it's a tad larger than the original as well. So further rumours suggest that the sequel will actually be a prequel.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you look at the map closely, in the bottom left corner you can see the Great Plains area and Blackwater City, which were featured in the original Red Dead Redemption. And I read somewhere as well the main reason why people are speculating that it's a prequel is because the original map has train lines going around that area, whereas in the new one, in the areas that overlay, there's no train lines. Whether that means it's a different map that isn't just isn't showing it, or if it's set in a time before the train lines were laid.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking at your overlay picture at the moment. It fits perfectly.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, which is why I think it has truth to it. But there's also an interesting point that's been brought up. There's a section on the map, looks like an island or something, which is apparently where Mafia 3 is being set. So
Mafia 3, that's New Orleans, isn't it?
I don't know. That's just what I've heard. I can't really tell you that, but it's what it says. It's what all the there's all the reports are talking about it, but I don't know. It sounds a bit bizarre, but the maps definitely line up. That The colourful map that I've got on the Facebook page to show, and also on the website, that's the so-called leaked map. And then the other map that's not as colourful, that one is the original. So that is real. So, I don't know.
How do you feel about it being a prequel?
Beg your pardon?
How do you feel about it being a prequel?
Oh, there's good reason for it. Without spoiling... Nah, well, fuck it. If you haven't played it yet, one of the biggest games ever. I'll spoil it. You haven't finished it, have you?
Oh, I've finished it enough, and I know exactly what happens.
Yeah. So, John Marston, the main character, who's super awesome, he dies at the end of Red Dead Redemption. So, if you're going to have a Red Dead game and you want him to be in it, then a prequel's the only real way to do it. Unless you were going to bring a sequel out and you play as his son. That would have been cool, and make him Hard Knocks like his old man. That would have been cool and possible. But if you want John Marston still in it, you're going to have to do a prequel, aren't you? But it depends on how prequel they go, because he wasn't really that old.
I was about to say, if they go prequel, you know how the game's going to end. Well, you're going to split up with your heist buddy at the end, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it.
And game over. That's it.
Yeah, story spoiled.
By the first 10 minutes of gameplay in Red Dead 1.
Well, that's right. Well, maybe they're onto something by not playing Red Dead Redemption yet. Waiting for the first part. But anyway, that's the rumours. There's a tiny bit of more information on the aussiegamersexpress.com website. But that's basically what I've explained to you. Go and have a look at our website to have a look at the actual map. There you go, Red. Give us your last bit of news, buddy.
Rightio. Something hits really close to home. We're talking about the Division incursion, or raid, if you will, but the end-game content. There was a way... You remember the Police Academy mission where you could get through the wall and everything like that, get through the door?
Yep.
Well, you can do that now. And you've obviously seen a video, because you were trying to do it to get out of that fucking truck the other night, where you pull your shield out. You carry shield that you can put it through a wall, and then
that exploit's been there for a long time.
Okay, yeah.
I saw a video on how to. There was a mission that you could do where you use that exploit with the shield, the extended portable cover, and you could go outside of the mission area and it wouldn't count. But look, long story short, I saw it ages ago. Couldn't be bothered telling it. I have no idea what I'm saying.
Anyway, so you can do that on the challenging incursion. You can push through the wall.
Yeah. Which
will not spawn the 15 waves, but you've still got your overall objective to destroy the APC.
Yeah, because apparently they don't start shooting at you until you walk through the door or something.
And that window blows out, yeah.
Yeah.
So in the corridor, people have been getting their shield, and what you do is you put the shield up against the wall, and as soon as that clips into the wall, like clips through, you release the L1 or the R1 that you're using the ballistic shield on, because that has a animation of you taking a step forward. You like assuming the position of where the shield was.
Yeah.
And it glitches you through the wall. And then they just run a high electronics build, and they go stand in the corner. And it literally, I seen a video on it yesterday. I had to fast forward through a lot of it. It'd take them about an hour and a half to use their sticky bomb grenades.
Yeah.
And they actually blow the APC up.
Yeah, as opposed to using the bombs.
Yeah, and this yielded armor and weapons only available to those that play well and do the challenging incursion. So the new named AK, the Warlord, that's a drop in the challenge incursion, and also is the gear score 240 armor pieces that drops.
But geez, they make it hard though, because you almost need that gear to get that gear.
That's right, yeah, you've got to really punch hard. I found a solid strategy for it, but even I need to be stronger. Everything one hits you, because everything's level 34 elite.
Oh, wow.
So it's the strongest possible enemies in the game. Everything will one-hit you. One-hit death. You know, I don't know why they just didn't give them a red skull above their head. Don't bother giving them a fucking level.
Yeah.
But there is, Ubisoft want to punish some of these players because there's a lot of people getting a lot of views on YouTube exploiting games, and people go, well, they're not changing code, it's not actually hacking, rah, 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 rah. But there is a EULA, so some form of fucking thing that we agree to. There's like those big fucking walls of text, and we just go down.
No one reads.
I accept. Yeah, well, no one reads it, but it is in there. And it's against the code of conduct, and the team is looking into what can be done in the terms of punishment for those who've exploited it. Because the other night, we were in the dark zone, and we just kept getting griefed by those 4 and then 8 players later on.
Yeah.
It's those sort of fucking players that go in, and I know some of those people that were in that group, and I know who they're associated with, and they do exploit. They've exploited the game from day one with the police academy mission, that Russian consulate mission that you were just talking about, where you sat outside and kept shooting the boss and then going in, pick your loot up, wash and repeat.
You know what I was talking about. Fuck, I didn't even know what I was talking about.
Yeah, it took me a second to realise when you said stand outside the mission zone, that's what gave it away.
Yeah.
And they're doing this, and they're doing it over and over again, and they're even to the point where they go into the bloody incursion, log out, make their mate boss, then they come back in so they can get the double drops again. And it really will make a lopsided PvP. The Dark Zone will be... You get 4 of those people in there that have exploited this for 2 or 3 days that are fully geared. You have no chance in bringing them down. Like, I've got no qualms with dying in the Dark Zone to a rogue, or I do it myself every now and again. Like, I had a good old run of it last night. But if you have no chance of bringing these guys down because you won't cheat yourself, then something should really be done about it.
What do you think they should do?
Oh, yeah, what do you do?
How will they tell? How do they know if you've done it? Other than just watching a YouTube video, if you dob yourself in.
I'd say anyone with more than one, because it's only... No, anyone with more than 2 pieces of 240 gear shouldn't have it. Because it's only been live for 2 weeks. If you know what I mean?
Oh, how are they doing that?
Hey?
I thought they were just cheating to finish it.
Yeah, they were. They were cheating to finish it. But then the next exploit after that one, after you do it for the first time, is you go in, and then you get your mate to log on to a different character or whatnot, log in, start the mission.
Oh, and then drops it for you.
Drop out, drop out and bring your original character back in, and then go get another drop.
Okay.
Yeah,
it sounds a bit noobish for this to be possible to do. Like, how did they not think of all this shit?
Yeah, and that's the argument. That they've... a lot of people ragging on them for fucking releasing a glitchy, broken game. Well, it's not really. You're making a choice to exploit it, though. But if there's an exploit there, people are always going to do it.
Yeah.
But it really... I've noticed a difference now. I'm getting done by people with a gear score of 210, 214. And that's an overall on every piece of armour.
Yeah,
and the highest gun you can get is 204.
I won't do it because you'll kill the game for yourself.
Yeah. Where's the fun and where's the accomplishment?
Like, if you've got the best shit, like, what are you going to do now? Other than just make other people's lives miserable with powers that you shouldn't have.
Yep. With
great power comes great bullshit responsibility. You assholes.
But yeah, so a lot of people are up in arms at the Ubisoft are talking about punishing this when they should be punishing the real hackers with the aim bots and the one-hit kills and the invisible players and everything like that. But there's hackers everywhere. Call of Duty. As soon as they find them, I'm sure they ban them. You know, as soon as someone hits their head, they get it fucking lobbed off, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm pissy. I like people. They're one of the original ones. People had that mask, and if they flashed themselves, they kept getting life over and over again.
Yeah,
that's a cheat.
Yeah,
you're a fucking cheater.
I just hate it when I get stuck in things.
You get stuck in everything. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't try to do these things. Like, I got stuck inside a fucking truck, for Christ's sake. I wasn't exploiting anything there. Well, I wanted to have a look and see what was in the boot. Like, no. I was running, and it kind of on my screen, it looked like Gizmo. I think, was it Gizmo?
Yeah. You probably lagged.
Yeah, it was almost like he bumped me from behind, which then pushed me through the trucks, like the front of the truck, and I ended up in the cabin. And I was stuck in it, so I had to kill myself to respawn. Oh no, I didn't kill myself because I couldn't. I was too tank. I had to log out.
You couldn't kill yourself, could you? I remember that now.
Yeah, I kept my health kept regenerating too quick. So I had to log out, log back in. It wasn't any big deal, but it was a pain in the ass. But I've had stuff like that before. I got stuck behind the elevator. You remember that?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
stuck behind the elevator on one of those missions. I got stuck in a truck. I've been stuck on top of an ammo box. Yeah, the restock box.
I was there for that too.
I was fucking stuck in all these places, and there's nothing you can do. Oh, just bugs. It doesn't break the game, though. It's just a pain in the ass for a couple of minutes, that's all.
Absolutely not. And it's down again for 3 hours tonight, as we said. People are complaining that they're missing out on the Division for 3 hours. It's like, dude, there's near 200 fucking hours in a week.
Yeah, I don't mind these down areas sort of give us a chance to do something else.
Yeah, and polish up the game that we love.
Yeah, that's right. Agreed.
I've really no qualms with it whatsoever.
Nice, man. All right, well, I think that's about it for the news, isn't it?
It is. Welcome back to the first news after our break. That was a good segment.
Good news coming too. It's a good week. All right, let's move on to What's That Sound? Alright, now Red, you're going to enjoy this part of the show where you get to hear the last sound again. Can you remember? Can you recite it for me?
Oh. No, I can't. I heard it on loop for a fucking half hour. What was it? I said great despair and disharmony.
And misery or something? I can't remember it either. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, but back in episode 120 we had a sound that Andrew Roy was of course the first person to win it. Tim Rower and Martin...
He was the first to Google it.
First to Google it, yeah, probably. Andrew Roy, Tim Rower and Martin Creamers also got the correct answers. So this was... What was that?
Sorry, I coughed.
Oh, you coughed. Don't cough. Just die.
Excuse me.
Alright, this was the last episode 120 sound.
I sense great sorrow and misery.
You heard that alright, Red?
Yep.
Beautiful. Alright, so that's what that one was, and those were our people that got it right. Okay, so for this week's sound, how about we get somebody on the phone to... we're going to get one of our... Yeah, let's get one of our other members of Aussie Gamers Express on the phone and see if they can beat you to the sound. What do you reckon? Who do we ring?
I don't know, but I should say, hashtag to all the listeners, this could be you.
Yes. Send out your mobile phone number, as long as you're in Australia. So it's got to be an Australian mobile phone number, or a landline, whatever. Send us your number. Please don't post it anywhere public. Either send it to us in a private message or our email address, info@aussiegamersexpress.com. Your numbers will be kept private. It will not be given to any third parties or published anywhere. It'll only be for us giving you a call. And we might call you at any point when we're recording the show and ask you for your opinion. We might do a bit of trivia with you in the future. We might get you to do What's That Sound? Anything like that. So yes, you are right. This could be you. So as
there will be a post and probably a website post for future recollection to go back and check it. But there will be some shit in writing just to explain all what we've just done then as well.
Absolutely. Who do we want to ring?
I want to call Mick so I can call him a dickhead.
Oh, why are you going to call him a dickhead? You can call him a dickhead if you want.
Oh, because I haven't been able to call him that in person because he's never on a PlayStation chat.
Okay. You haven't spoken to him yet?
Ever. That's why I want to call him a dickhead. Because I've been able to call everyone else a dickhead.
All right, fair enough. Let me find him. There he is. Let's see if he answers. If not, we'll have to go somewhere else. Oh, the suspense is killing me. There we go. It's ringing.
Ah! He must be with Telstra.
Hello?
Is that Chaser?
Hey, dickhead!
Hello?
Hey guys, how you going?
Oh, fantastic. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. What can I do for you?
We are doing the podcast right now. You want to be a part of it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're doing What's That Sound?
Alright.
Oh, first Red wanted to say something to you.
Yes, Red.
Hey, dickhead!
What? I don't know. There's something wrong with that bloke. Because he hasn't spoken to you before, he wanted to call you a dickhead because he calls everyone a dickhead, I think.
Okay, not a problem. Very good. Carry on and I'll reply with a retort at some point.
You're an idiot, Red. So we got we got the What's That Sound segment. Are you familiar with this segment?
Yeah, I am. I'm a big fan of it, actually.
All right. So we've got a sound here. Red doesn't know what the sound is. He hasn't heard it yet. So you're both going to hear it. Oh, your kids are going to play too?
He's just asking when his uncle's coming over.
Oh, what's the
Hey,
thing?
little buddy, I've got to listen to a sound.
Yeah, pay close attention because it's going to sound shit going through a phone.
Hold on.
All right. Are you ready for the sound?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
The time of our return is coming.
Oh, that's coming out really quiet. Why isn't... Oh, hang on. I've forgotten a button. There we go. That button needs to be pushed in. All right, let's try that again. Technical issues for the first time we're doing this.
The time of our return is coming.
Did you see that all right?
Yeah, it sounds like Trent.
terribly down the line.
All right, hang on. Try it again.
The time of our return is coming.
No, I've got no idea what that is.
Can you at least hear it?
Yeah, it's still, like, it's hard to determine what it's supposed to sound like because I don't know the actual sound.
You might be just saying that.
Transformers?
No, it's not Transformers. What if I give you a hint?
Okay.
Give me a hint.
Oh, my hints always give it away too easy. Oh, I was going to say that, but I'm not going to say that because that'll just give it away.
Come on, you're just taking up airtime now with your mumbling.
Yeah, well, because I'm thinking.
Oh, balls, I like him.
Don't you remember, mate, the power of silence makes other people talk?
Clearly not.
I said people.
Screw you guys. It's an Xbox game.
Mate, I've got no idea. My time spent on Xbox is very minimal.
Oh,
I'm racking my brain. I can't think of it.
shame. All right, I'll play it again. Hang on.
Sorry.
I'll play it one more time.
The time of our return is coming.
God of War.
The time
Return.
of our...
Is
Oh!
it
Oh!
what's it called? Not Siren. Connor, my 4-year-old.
You what?
Remember what the bad guy's name is? Because I can't remember. Yes, Connor.
Did he get it?
One light is on the car.
Is this relevant?
Okay, Connor. Off you go. I'm just going to think of his freaking boss. He's not because he's...
No, it's not. He's the bad guy.
Oh, it starts with S. It's pissing me off. It's the robot thing.
What robot thing?
The one, not the ones who take over in the end. Christ.
There you go. Yep, you are right. I told you.
How good was that?
I told you saying that it's an Xbox game and give it away.
Is that?
It is. Yeah.
That sort of limited, what I could think of. And I didn't play a lot of games on Xbox except. Now, I'm just going to have a stab, but do you remember where you got that sound from? Like what part of the game it's from?
No.
Okay. Well, someone out there can beat me to it, but I reckon it's probably pretty late in the game.
Yeah, alright, if I can show off.
I reckon if someone can't pick it, well, if someone, now that everyone knows what it is, if they can pick where in Mass Effect it comes from.
Well, no, they're not going to know what the answer is because it's all going to be beeped out, all the answer parts. But anyway, you got it. Well done.
Excellent. That was I was actually hoping for something a bit older because that's where my ear really picks up.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a bad effort considering parenting, and I'm also playing Eve and trying to recruit more people. So I've got my hands in a lot of different things at the moment.
What is this true gamer, eh? He's playing a game at the same time as being a parent as well as playing What's That Sound on a podcast with a couple of dickheads.
Yeah, that's it. And I've got like 3 or 4 chats going in text as well.
Multitasking.
Trying to keep up with everyone.
You're such a woman.
Fucking show off. I like friends.
Oh, hey, look, you don't have 3 screens just for looking at. You fill them up.
I got 3 screens too. All right, well done. Thank you very much, Chaser, for joining us for What's That Sound for this week. We'll let you go. You got to get back to your kitchen duties and your gaming. So thank you very much, man. Catch you later.
Thanks, guys.
You gonna say bye, Red?
So bye, Red.
Bye, Red. It's okay. Speak up.
Red. Catch up.
Bye.
Righto.
That was a success.
Yeah, well, it was a bit of fun. It worked. Yeah. I think he said the answer about 1,000 times. I'm going to have to beep out.
Beep it out 1,000 times.
Yeah. I think I might just delete the whole segment. Let's do it again.
Here I am. I'm going, Halo. God of War. I'm just trying to run off all the Xbox games I know.
God of War isn't even on the Xbox.
Oh, there you go. Gears of War.
Gears of War. God of War's a PlayStation exclusive, you douche. I know what you mean.
Right, son of home.
Well done. All right, well, if I have successfully bleeped out every single time that Chaser said the answer there or anything that was referring to the answer, and you think you know what the sound is, send us a message to our Facebook page, Aussie Gamers Express, a private message there, or email us at info@aussiegamersexpress.com. And if you're the first one to get something correct there, I'll send you off a game. And if I've got a few spare, I'll send a couple else out to those others that send their answers through. Well, that's it for What's That Sound? It's about time for Red's Shout.
Hey.
What do you got for us, man?
Right. Very selfish one. I've had 2 weeks to pick from a lot of good content on the page. A lot of good back and fro. A lot of the usuals. So you could run off the Ruskies and the Brendan Browns and the Ashley Burns. You know, we can run all them off once again. But I've got a selfish one this week. So there's 5 people on my shout list as per usual, unless I'm going into a deeper topic. But they've all got something in common, and you can guess if you like, Luke. There's
okay.
Ross Mark, Reprimere, Daniel Ditcham, Gizmo, and yourself.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, so
Division
what are
teams?
all those people? That's the people I've done the incursion with. That's exactly right. That's you've been all 4 of you. Well, you've been my closest friend for more than the last couple of weeks, but my closest friends and family for the last 3, 4, 5 weeks since the division came out. So a very selfish shout, but it was a real big thing, and that's what I want to get across to people. It was a real big thing for me to beat this incursion, and it's a real big thing to do it on my own terms and not cheat and not exploit. And
yeah,
I feel very liberated, and I feel very happy about it, and I feel even more pleasant about it, being able to share it with the likes of yourself and Ditch and Rossi's been there since day one when you've had to work and everything like that, and Gizmo's jumped on a little bit later. But yeah, we've come together as a good group, and there's always 3 other blokes to play with, and but there's always the option for people to jump in and have a go with us as well. So it's an exclusive listener invitation. So I heard you on the podcast, and yeah, I'll boot Ditch out of the party.
Poor Ditch. Lovely guy.
Yeah, fuck Ditch.
Oh, that's the relationship you have, though.
Yeah, we're family. Yeah. So
all good. Nice one. All right, and they're all real good players too, including me. So good job to everyone.
Best medic I've come across.
I'm a good healer. I do go down sometimes, but I would safely say I heal and revive more than I go down.
Yeah, I was about to say, isn't it part and parcel? You carry a handbag, so you should go down every now and again.
It's not a handbag, it's a support station, okay?
No worries.
It's my lunchbox. That's how I heal you. I just give you sandwiches.
That'd work for me in real life.
Yeah, in real life. Nice support station. All right, man, that's it for your shout. Any last words?
Welcome back.
Welcome back to you.
This last word segment, we'll have a bit of work and progress over the time. There's no real structure to it, as we've discussed. If there's anyone out there that thinks that we should discuss a topic for 5 minutes at the end of it, where it's just pure raw opinion without any political correctness, hit us up. Or I'm going to try and bring something to the table every now and again and put you on the spot, boss. So,
I dare.
But as for today, there's no real structure, no real form to it. But last words, welcome back. Thanks for the break. It was nice yesterday, feeling that little tingle of anticipation of coming back. There's been a few changes. People should notice them, especially the return listeners. We've even implemented a couple of things from community input. People had their opinions on the show, and we've done the right thing and changed it up using their opinions as well, just to freshen it up and show that we do listen. We're not here out of vanity. Oh, I am.
A little bit.
But, yeah. Well, we're here for everyone else. But, nah, we're here for you guys. And, it's also a good excuse to fucking shut the door on the kids and the wife and spend time with you.
Yeah. But, yeah, send through your ideas. If anyone's got any suggestions, we might not take all of them, but some of them might hit home and we might take them on board and appreciate it. But, yeah, good stuff. I have a quick last word. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are getting a collection. That was a late news item for today.
It was 10:38 that dropped.
Yeah, so the Batman Arkham games, they're getting remastered. They're not doing Origins, but that was probably because it's a different developer. It wasn't Rocksteady.
Yeah.
And apparently no one liked it anyway.
Well, I went from Arkham Asylum to Arkham Knight.
Yeah, you played 2 good ones, but City's good too.
Yeah, well, that's when the open world really come into it, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
And are these going to come as a double, you reckon?
Yeah, it's both in one, yep. I think there's a post on the website, because there's a release date as well. It's not too far away, it's only like 2 months away.
June 10th, yeah.
Yeah, but go on the Aussie Games Express website, www.aussiegamersexpress.com, and have a look at it on there. And there's also some other news, reviews, and blog posts on there as well for you to look at. But that brings the show to a close, because that's all I've got to say.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks, everyone, for listening. I've been LewkOne.
And I've been Red.
This week's show has sadly come to an end. Be sure to search for Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, iTunes, Stitcher, Intune Radio, and just about every other social network known to man. If you have any snail mail you want to send us, shoot it over to PO Box 130, Cranebrook, New South Wales 2749, or just email us at info@aussiegamersexpress.com. Catch you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.